will not sleep. And if you think that because you're a woman, you will sleep and get it, it's not true. Let me try and be very political. One woman who has inspired me so much, the famous Yasantua. And this evening I want to start off with this. I think it was March 28, 1800. Asante Kingdom had assembled. The chiefs knew that there was crisis looming. Why? Because the then governor, George Hudson, had already taken Prempeh I and his people into exile. And he had come in full force and said, I will sit on the golden stool of the Ashantis. I will take it away. And Ashantis knew that the golden stool was symbolic of their soul. Taking it away meant killing them. The chiefs men, they sat there, they didn't know what to do. They were frightened, they were angry. But there was this withery 50-year-old woman, the queen of Ejiso, who stood. And I'm quoting this, Eric, to let you know that women, where there's a will, it doesn't matter whether the road is rough, it doesn't matter what men do, will compete with them and win. So this woman got up, and I'm just quoting what she said. Now I see that some of you fear to go forward to fight for our king. In the brave days of 32, or Kwamfanochi and Opokuwari, chiefs will not sit down to see their king to be taken away without fighting back. Wait a minute. Without fighting. No European could have dared speak to chiefs of Asante in all the way the governor spoke to you this morning. Is it true that the bravery of Asante is no more? I cannot believe it. It cannot be, I must say. If you, the men of Asante, will not go forward, then we women will. We, the women, will. I shall call upon my fellow women. We will fight till the last of us falls in the battlefields. So, Yasantua led what is historically known as the Yasantua War. They fought. They marched to the forts. The wise ran away. They went into hiding. They had to call for reinforcements from outside. And eventually they won the war. Not because Yasantua and her people were weak, but because of superior weapons. This is a woman who led her people at a time when she should. This was a woman who responded to the call of her people. This is the woman who was brave enough to say that it's time for us to go. This was a woman who would not sit and have her people trampled upon. This was a woman who led women in politics. 1800, Yasantua stood up. Honorable Hawa Yakubu stood up. Honorable Teresa Chebo stood up. Honorable Gladys Asma stood up. We all stood up. So when you ask the question, so when the question comes as to why I say that many women are not ready, but they should be. Yes, the ground is rough. In Cape Coast, I stood with Achano. He was the most popular, respected man in Cape Coast. Fire service boss, later regional minister. Cape Coast people virtually worshipped him. But I knew the terrain was there. And I knew it was for all of us. It didn't matter whether he was a fire service man or not. It didn't matter whether he was a man. For me, I saw that it was a level playing field. I went. There were insults. But I was prepared for the insult because I didn't think insult should deter me. People are afraid. They call you a prostitute because you're a woman. They call you all kinds of names. But I'm saying that where there's a will, there's always a way. I remember the mornings when we decided to march through the streets of Cape Coast to get votes. There were armored cars. The region minister has sent soldiers coming to frighten us. Then I remembered that I'm a Cape Coaster as well as Asiano. I remembered that God did not create me inferior. I remembered just that politics is like marketing. You have goods, and women can sell better than men. I stood up, and when the soldiers asked me to go back, I told them I will not go because there's no law forbidding me from using my legs to campaign. And that if I have fallen foul of the law, let them take me to court. They had to clear the way for us to go. What I'm saying today is that I know all the research findings. I know this issue about financing. I know all that. But I also know that women today are more educated than before. So I ask the question, if it's indeed those who haven't been far in education cannot run, what about the many intellectuals? What about the many corporate women? What about the many women who have the wherewithal to do a good work? Eric, this evening, I'm just here to let them know, and all of us to know, that is there anything that men are doing that we are not doing? That's why we are shying away from politics. Some men are also broke, but they enter politics. And they win. So if it's a question of finances, it's no excuse. Is it marriage? Yes, sometimes, Eric, husbands will not allow their wives. Like Honorable Hawa Yakubu had to make a choice between marriage and politics. But you see, the beautiful thing is that Honorable Grace Coleman was a beautifully married woman whose husband was a campaign manager. Honorable Gladys Asma had a man, who would sit in the gallery and behind the wife whenever the wife was making contributions on the floor. May I probably, Ellen, may I then say that if you want to run politics and you are married, you should learn how to convey this message to your husband. Court them, lure the men, lure them, that one. You see, don't let them think that you are lording over them. Just discuss with them. And we were divorced. I was divorced. So they were saying that single women easily do politics. But what about the married who also did politics? It's high time that we told ourselves that even marriage cannot take away our power to be part of the decision making. But let's find ways of discussing this with our husbands. Men think, they are powerful, they say, but they are not. They say they are powerful. And men, men don't want to be played down on. If you want your husband to think that I'm going to be a politician, no. But just as Delilah did it to Samson. Just as Delilah did it to Samson. Just as Eve did it to Adam. Let's find a way of talking the men to know that women are the roots of a tree. A tree will never blossom. So, the roots. That's all it. Women, fewer women in politics. But there'll be more women soon. How do we enter politics? There are some who are politicians, they don't even know. In the universities, you see students, girls who are born leaders. Some, you need to go to them, talk to them, and inspire them. If you just sit down and say people will offer themselves, I think that is not always the way forward. To be able to make the difference, let's identify younger ladies who can be politicians. I have a foundation, Christian Church Foundation. I believe that unto whom much is given, much is expected. So I'm all out identifying younger women who can enter politics. Sometimes they don't even know. You call them and you talk to them, you inspire them. Don't just let's sit down and say they will offer themselves. Some you have to chase them and talk to them. Then secondly, when you're also talking about getting more women into politics, you have to find a way of talking even to our political parties. For me, and let me be frank, I don't like things when they come easily, naturally. I want to be there and beat the man. It gives me, I'm not saying everybody's like me, but I'm saying that we can inspire more women to do that. Is it true that when the ground is rough, because we are ladies, we can't be there? Who are those who raise money for political parties? When it comes to fundraising, it's the women. So what is the excuse that we can't? We should be able to train more people. We should be able to train them. My mother would say, they're cumbrances. The panties have this. We should be able to train them in the little and minute details about how to raise money, how to speak. You know, politics, I said, it's about, it's marketing. You go there, tell the people, go there, you have your goods you are selling. Somebody also has the goods. They're not going to say because you're a woman, they will buy yours. Find a way of teaching the women to talk about the things that they believe in. Find a way of making them powerful speakers. So when they talk, the men will not sleep in their room. How for this woman, if she represents us in parliament? It's not as if all men don't want women in parliament. It's not as if all men. There are some. Once you put yourself up as somebody who can make it, some will support you. And finally, I said that women can rap. It's not because of us that many men have fallen. Is it not because of us that many men have fallen, doctor? So I'm saying that we can turn this around into a positive. Find ways of talking to men to make them see your side of the story. When you have done this, the numbers will increase. Finally, every boy who is into student politics almost invariably ends up as a politician, naturally. Where are the girls? I was a Vulture Hall president, but I'm asking, where are the many women you were talking about? They finished school. These are people who are groomed, but they are lost. We are not finding them. Let's come together as women. Let's open a directory. Let's look for all those who have been student leaders and bring them together. I think that many, when encouraged, will enter politics, however dirty it is, and we'll beat them, but we'll teach them.
I have a question. Don't just hand the mic over. Hold on just a second. Honorable Christine Chacha. Wonderful. But how would you advise young women here who might perhaps be prospective future political leaders to deal with the reality, and I would say the hard reality, of the male patronage character of our political system?
The political system is patriarchal. That's what we accept. But I'm saying that some of us should turn it around. It is true, and I understand. Now we've all been talking about affirmative action and this to redress the problem. But I'm saying that even before the affirmative action, I don't know. I don't know why what men do that we can't do on the political field. I think that some of them have also been overblown. You are a woman, so you are getting there. The people start and say, she can't do it because you're a woman. They are insulting you. The people used to call my mom and tell her that look at the things they're saying about Christy, ask her to stop. But I knew that once I taken the step, it would be more disgraceful to retract. So my duty was to beat the men and let them know that insults or no insults will go on. But they're saying that women are sensitive. It's true we are sensitive. But it's not the same, some of us who fight dirty language and then we speak to other women, our rivals, we fight them. I'm saying that, I'm not saying, I'm not holding brief. What I'm saying is that politics is a very sensitive game. Women are ladies. We don't like what they do to us. But let me give you this example. I was involved and any time that we went to the auditorium for any program, the boys would get there and hoot at us, wozo, this. They used to call us, all of us names. So many women didn't want to attend programs. I was the hall president, so one day I decided, let's do it to the men and let them know how it feels. So we went to the auditorium first, and the boys were coming, they didn't know we were there. If you came and had motorway, what? When we were crawling in the bush, and we also shouted, and eventually they went, oh, so that is how it feels to be treated this way. The boys got up and said, they will punch me, because I was the world president. They carried me. But let me say, I enjoyed it, because no boy left. I'm telling you, some of them are mere threats. No boy will look into the eyes of a young girl and put her in the pond. So they carried me like a queen. They said they were going to pond me. But when we got to Water Hall, they said, you're a brave lady. I'm saying that some of the things we can break through. It is true. I know the electoral, I know the problems that we have faced. That is why those who are able to go through, I salute them.